I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. Current surface analysis showing a few surprises out there so far today. The biggest one is just how well this initial batch of thunderstorms has held together and its speed of movement. We were looking for the best of thunderstorms to start to develop across the western Corn Belt probably later tonight and through the overnight period. Right now, we're looking at a nice cluster of thunderstorms in the northeastern quadrant of Iowa and building a little bit back into Wisconsin. These storms are a good 150, maybe 175 miles ahead of the cool front that is just now trying to exit parts of eastern South Dakota, moving across extreme northwestern Minnesota. And you know what? There's another batch, another cluster of thunderstorms behind that cold front. So we're looking at a little bit faster progression of the initial batch, but that doesn't mean that we're going to change our timing for the rest of the action. We still think later this afternoon into tonight through the overnight hours, we should see the western part of the Corn Belt light up, and then this action will continue to kind of meander east through the central Corn Belt tomorrow, getting into the eastern Corn Belt on Sunday. Looks like it may try and fall apart a little bit the farther east it goes, but what we're doing here is actually extending the moisture footprint over a longer period. You know, earlier this week we've been talking about the front coming through here the end of this week and the weekend, then some dry weather, and then another front toward the middle or second half of next week. Now we're kind of just muddying the waters a little bit. Yeah, we got this action here now through the weekend, but we never really completely get rid of it. I'd hesitate to say beyond a shadow of a doubt we're going to be seeing dry air over the entire Corn Belt even Monday or Tuesday. There's going to be some lingering showers and storms. Then by Wednesday, the next front shows up, and it doesn't have nearly as much moisture as what it had been showing a few days ago, partially due to the fact that the low in Canada just has turned into this monster storm. But when you look at the period together, what we had been talking about, two good fronts and some dry air in between from this weekend right on through Thursday of next week. Now, if you take a look at the same period, I think the moisture amounts are the same. We're just kind of spreading things out a little bit more. The thing that concerns me is coverage. To me, with this kind of setup, coverage is looking to be a little bit lower, maybe 60% for the action next week instead of 75 to 80. So we'll just have to see. Long and short of it is there's some scattered moisture around. I think a good chunk of the Corn Belt over the next 5 days can look for somewhere between 1/4 and 1 1/4 inches of rain. Of course, thunderstorms can put down heavier rain in a very localized area, but that should cover about 60 to 65% of the Corn Belt. And following that front, or midweek next week, you know, the front may not have a lot of moisture with it, but it does have a huge shift in air mass. Temperatures as we go from the 31st right on through the first several days of August look like they're going to be down to normal and below normal levels. Humidity values should drop as well. What then transpires is up for a little bit of debate. The GFS model continues to show cooler than normal temperatures right on through about the 9th. Other models may not jump on that bandwagon yet. But we do see our next front right around the 6th of August. That has not changed. The models have been pretty steadfast on that through most of this week. So generally speaking, not a lot of change in thought process at midday. The only thing that I'm watching keenly here, and it might throw a monkey wrench in, is just a little bit more moisture, or at least a little more strung out moisture across the Corn Belt from now right on through midweek next week. The question will be, does it add up to much? The big concern I would have is that the thunderstorms may only hit 60-65% of the Corn Belt when you put all the days together. But what happens if every single batch of moisture hits the exact same spot? And we are seeing some hot zones of activity here, eastern parts of Iowa through Illinois, maybe into western Indiana. So that's what we'll be watching here going forward. In the meantime, have a great weekend. If you've got any questions on the weather, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.